see, why I'm not vegan anymore. I am going to make a prediction, and usually I'm right about this. I have a funny feeling that this guy was never vegan, and he's just a selfish jackass. We're probably going to hear excuses like, it was hard to get exactly what I wanted when I was traveling, so, like, I just decided to go back to murdering innocent animals again. And, you know, like, when I was really in the mood for a chocolate bar and the 7-Eleven that I was at didn't have the vegan chocolate bar I liked, and there was the Snickers there, I realized that, like, we're all a part of nature, and there's this, like, circle of life, and I needed to eat that Snickers bar because of that.
What's up, guys? My name's Rob Bailey, and I'm daily vlogging every single day for the next year, and we're on day 73. Today, you're going to see two things in the video. You're going to see our day 2 of being in the studio working on our project, Land and Ammo. Land and Ammo! Land and Ammo! And I'm going to explain to you why I'm
That is a terrible song. His music, just in general, is actually pretty bad.
not vegan anymore.
Yeah, I like
ready?
builder bars.
I'm ready. I'm so fucking ready. I'm fucking...
Oh my god, we better be careful. Day 2 at the studio. Today is vocals. I've got a couple calls, but in between calls, Jake's ripping, and then I am going to rip. And then I don't know what's next.
She was the finest muse he'd ever known. He knew it when she went away to Ohio.
Oh boy.
Bumps, just the nerves.
Tired fingers. Man. I've seen this question a lot about, Rob, why aren't you vegan anymore? So for any of you guys that know, I'm fairly a larger individual. I've been on light TRT for a while now. So that's helped me maintain my size. But I went vegan, or I went ovo, I went ovo pescatarian for 6 months. And then for the next 6 months, I was pescatarian, and I was in fantastic shape. I was eating very, very clean. And then I ended up going vegan, full vegan. And I think I was full vegan for like 3 or 4 years. So that was,
So this sounds like he was doing this for health reasons, and yeah, that would mean he's not vegan.
Not vegan for maybe 2 years. I was probably like 33 years old to like 37 or something like that. I was probably vegan. And everybody wants to know why. Why did you stop, right? Because I think I was a big leverage point for vegans because I'm 6'3". I was still holding 260, 270.
Buddy, I got up to 295 as a vegan. Like, I'm 245 now because I'm dieting, but like, as if it's hard. What is he talking about?
Over time, food, I just started falling to bad habits, bad vegan habits, not being able to find food, so being like, I'll just eat french fries. But I sort of want to talk about why I stopped being vegan and sort of what the trigger was to get me to sort of start eating everything again. And it was a slow scale, but the initial trigger was I followed a lot of pages, and if you're vegan or you're looking to go vegan, this will help. There's a lot of pages out there you can follow that highlight animal torture, right? They highlight animal torture, and it sort of kept me in line. So a bunch of these vegan pages with very aggressive content, I would check in on that, and if I was
Okay, this guy really doesn't understand what veganism is. It's not a welfarist movement, it's an abolitionist movement, and it's the idea of giving animals the same rights as human beings. So, like, if torture is what you need to kind of keep you in line to, like, eat plants, like, you're just a welfarist. You're not actually supporting the idea of animal rights.
I was always like, oh, that bacon smells good. I would watch pigs get tortured and killed, and I'd be like, never mind, I don't need to do that. So around the time of the election, right, when it was Biden versus Trump, a bunch of the vegan pages sort of like militarized, and they became very aggressive. And one of the things that kept coming up was,
oh wow, the big strong man who likes shooting guns and MMA and all this shit doesn't like aggressiveness.
was abortion, right? So it was pro-life, or what is it, pro-life, pro-choice, right? And pro-life, pro-choice. I'm pro-freedom, so even if I don't morally align with something, I still want people to have the ability to do whatever they want to do. So,
oh really? So even if you don't morally align with the Holocaust, you would have liked, the Nazis to be able to Holocaust the Jews, because that's just, freedom.
although I might not morally align with abortion, it's also not, I don't know. It's a hard topic for me, right? Because I believe in freedom over everything. Same thing if you want to chop off your penis and you're a full-grown adult, fucking go for it, bro. Whatever you want to do. I don't really care, right? I think that as long as we leave the kids alone, we're okay. But one of my problems was a lot of these Instagram pages sort of militarized, and they were very pro-choice or pro-abortion. And that was a big trigger for me. And it made me sort of start listening to a lot of my friends in Montana, which...
I'm sorry. You went back to supporting an animal holocaust because vegans on the whole are pro-choice. What?
Are very responsible hunters. I align with these guys, like 1,000,000%, right? Very good hunters.
Responsible hunters. So, like, please explain to me how you murder responsibly?
Very good family men, strong masculine men that, you know, live in Montana.
Strong masculine men that apparently find vegans too aggressive.
And they were always trying to push me. I was like, nah, fam. And then when the vegan pages got very, very political, that's not what turns me off. That's what made me take a step back and think to myself, like, man, it seems like these...
This guy's music is absolute trash. How the fuck does he even make a living off of it? Also, he loves freedom, just not for the animals, because fries and bacon toe. Clown. Big tough strong guy on gear can't handle militarized vegans on the internet.
Yeah, this guy is a massive, massive weenie and an idiot. Like, no fucking critical thinking skills whatsoever. I don't, like, how do you not catch yourself saying this? I'm pro-freedom, claims to be vegan, and then doesn't consider animals when it comes to freedom? Like, the guy's just a fucking, like, he clearly was never vegan. He was a welfarist. He just didn't like the idea of animals suffering, but he doesn't have an issue with animals being killed. So, yeah, he's just a welfarist. Thanks for that donation, though, Unicorn Jizz.
Like, you can't be vegan and be pro-choice. Right? You have to be vegan and pro-life. And
that's not true. So what vegans care about are rights violations. So you can't violate the rights of non-sentient beings. Most abortions take place before 13 weeks, which is generally considered before sentience arises in a fetus. So you can be pro-choice as a vegan, say up to 13 weeks or something, or wherever you think sentience arises, where that cutoff point is.
And I started realizing, like, a lot of the identity politics that were all mixing together, and it made me take a step back. And then what I really, really started looking at was, you know, one, what they put in our water, right? What they put in our food, and how they're pushing to generally feminize masculine men.
Oh, this is just so hard to listen to. Buddy, do you think it's a little feminine to be shocked, you know, by, oh, you vegans are so aggressive and militant? Like, does that sound masculine to you?
The attack on masculinity, the attack on Andrew Tate.
There is no attack on masculinity. Guess what? I'm fucking masculine. I like guns. I like motorcycles, cars, MMA, weightlifting. Do you think anybody gives me a problem for being masculine? No. I get tons of attention from fucking girls. Everybody wants my cock. And nobody attacks me for being masculine. If you think masculinity is under attack, you're a fucking bitch. Okay? You're a fucking pussy. You're an insecure fucking weenus.
The attack on any sort of like strong male, right? I don't need to go too far into that, but the weakening of the male. And I sort of started to take a look around, and I took some inventory of my body.
Yeah, buddy, I think you're overweight enough to have, like, man boobs, and you're concerned about masculinity. Maybe you should just go on a diet if you feel like your masculinity is under attack.
And how I felt, right? I wasn't, my body wasn't getting better. It was deteriorating. It was more and more back pain. Things were getting...
Then maybe exercise and go on a diet, jackass.
Worse. My shoulder was starting to hurt more. I just slowly was falling apart. And I was like, I wonder if it's age, or I wonder if it's actually my diet. So
You're overweight and out of shape. Like, yeah, it's probably your diet and a lack of training.
Added eggs back in, and instantly...
Oh, here we go. Here we go with the fucking eggs. Yes, the magical healing power of fucking eggs. What? Like, all of these people are just fucked in the head.
Obviously, my diet got a lot easier, so I added eggs. Maybe this was like 2.5 years ago. I added eggs, and then I started adding like a little bit of meat back in, and I instantly felt great. Sort of...
Do you feel great being overweight right now?
Like how I originally went vegan, and I instantly felt great.
Like, this guy is overweight, out of shape, and he's talking about feeling great. That's great, dude. Yeah, the meat is really working miracles for you.
Right, I did. When I turned vegan, I was like, man, inflammation's going away, all these different things. So I don't know the science behind it. Whatever the science is, I just know that me eating everything right now, I feel really, really...
You look like you're eating everything right now. What does it matter if you feel good? Like, you don't care about how the animals feel being murdered?
Good. And I think it was a great point in time in my life. I like testing myself for long periods of time. For you guys that don't know, I was straight edge. I partake in whatever now, but I was straight edge.
So this guy started eating meat and doing drugs, and he feels so much better. I wonder what's making him feel so much better. The meat or the drugs?
From 15 to like 27, and it made me sort of hold myself accountable to a lot of things and go to college parties and be like, nah, I don't drink, you know, and that's very hard to say at the age of like 18, 19, 20. So it gave me a lot of self-confidence, and it did a lot of things for me. So I'm not mad about it. I'm not sad about it. It was just sort of a period in my life that I don't regret. I don't take back or anything like that. I'm not an advocate for meat. I'm not an advocate for being vegan anymore. I have friends on both sides. I just think that I really did take a look when that abortion conversation.
So this guy's pro-freedom, then takes freedom away from animals.
I've been vegan for almost 4 years now, but I'm going to stop because I seen some vegan pages that got political and I started having some little aches and pains, and once I ate some chicken periods full of cholesterol. Now I'm fucking Superman. Dumbass.
Yep. It's always dumb, always stupid, all the time. Thanks for the donation, Vegan Ninja.
Conversation came up and I was like, we're being fucking hypocrites here. If we're fighting for life, we need to fight for all life at all times. You know, and I didn't really align, I don't know.
This is bizarre. So he's claiming vegans need to be pro-life. Wouldn't the inverse be true, that meat eaters need to be pro-choice? Like, none of this makes any sense.
It's just, in closing, because this isn't really where I intended going this long. I didn't even know how to answer the question, but in closing, I think everyone should just do whatever they want, right? I understand that morally, a lot of us don't align, but you know, that's one of the beautiful things about America. And I'll finish with this. I think that a lot of people compare us to a lot of other countries, and I'm well traveled, right? I'm very well traveled, and America's a hard one to compare. And the reason that I love America is it's so fucking diverse, right? You can go to different cities and there's tons of different people, and like I have tons of different friends in America that are every single shade of everything and every nationality and religion and all that shit. And it's crazy, the mixture of America. And I think that's what makes us so rad and so innovative is the mixture of people. And when we're compared to a lot of these other countries, like, you know, well, over in Denmark or over in fucking Sweden, and it's like everyone's the same exact person there. Like they're the same. It's like fucking Montana. Like if we just based fucking the United States on a single state like Montana, it's like, yeah, it's fucking 1% black, but we're not doing that. I mean, the nation's made up of a really exciting mixture of people.
So because there's a lot of black and brown people here, it's okay to kill animals. Got it.
I think the differences are what makes us amazing, and I think freedom is what makes us
but not freedom for animals, right? You're pro-freedom, but you're against animal freedom. Got it.
Like level 2 amazing. So anyway,
I wish I could debate this moron. I'd make him look so stupid.
that's my little rant. Sorry I talked so long. I'm a daily fucking vlogger, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
That was exactly what I thought it would be like. Just some of the dumbest reasoning imaginable. I don't know why these people can't just come out and say, I just wanted to eat meat again and I just couldn't give a fuck about the animals. Like, I just stopped caring. Why can't they just admit that? So very retarded.